Alright, so in order to prepare the solution to do the treatment against the red bugs, first of all, we need to get one of these medicine. This is for veterinary use. These are made for cats and dogs. Well, this one particularly for cats, right? This is the name that we got right here. So more likely you will have other names, but the ingredient that we need to use in order to do the treatment is going to be the same. In this case, we are looking for milbemycin oxim. Well, this is in Spanish, obviously, but in English you will find it as milbemycin oxim. So, in this presentation, we do have for each one of these pills 4 milligrams, like it says right here, right? 4 milligrams. This is the ingredient that we need to do the calculation. So for that, I just made these numbers, these calculations, to explain why this is so important. So it is easier if we take one of these pills directly to the tank. Unfortunately, if you do that, so right here it says that it contains right here, yes, 4 milligrams of milbemycin oxim, right? So it is easier if we use just one of these pills directly to the tank. Obviously, we need to crush it first to do the powder, and that powder mix it with the water, our system water, and then we add it completely into the aquarium. So, but I will not do that because one of the bad things if we do that procedure is that you're going to kill all of the microfauna, all of the crustaceans, all of the good fauna that we want to have in our systems. So the best thing to do is just to do the calculation to do this separately. So what do I mean by that is to take whatever coral you have with that infestation, the red bugs, which is the Tegastes acroporanus, and that arthropod is the one that we want to eradicate. And how to do that? Using precisely this medication, right? So the calculations right here is for every pill like this presentation, we can treat 200 liters of water, the complete volume of our system. So, but we don't want to use a complete pill. We need less. So if every pill, remember, this is the complete pill, previously crushed and then mixed with the water and then add into the system. But we don't need to use a complete pill. We just need a fraction of it. So doing the calculations, okay, I don't want to treat 200 liters. My system is about this volume. So if I do really want to treat all of the water of my system, I just need 1 milligram, which means 1/4 of a complete pill. Make sense? So remember, the complete pill, it's at 4 milligrams of the ingredient, the one that we want to use to kill the red bugs. So if we just cut the half of this pill, is going to be 2 milligrams, right? Because the half of 4 is 2. But if we divide this pill by 4, each piece of one of those 4 is going to contain 1 milligram. And that piece, 1/4 of a pill, will treat 50 liters. Right? But I don't want to use 50 liters. So what I did was I just divided by 10, 5 liters. So that means 1/10 of 1 milligram is 100 micrograms. Okay? So 100 micrograms, it's enough to treat 5 liters. But I don't want to treat 5 liters. I just need something like this. This is only 1 liter right here. I just made this mark to make sure that this is the volume that I need to use, which is 1 liter. So 1 liter right here, the amount of product of this pill that we need to use is just 20 micrograms. Okay, the 20 micrograms will treat this liter. Now, how we are going to do such thing? It's too little compared with a complete pill. It's gonna be just a tiny fraction of this complete pill. Now notice how tiny this thing is. There you go. This is the pill that we need to fractionate to obtain the concentrated that we want. The way we're gonna cut this pill is using this blade, right? So I'm gonna place this pill inside here, because when we do the cut, then it is more likely that any of the little pieces that they're gonna be the result of the cutting, they get lost. So this container is gonna be precisely for that purpose. So what I'm gonna do is just to take the blade, and I will just cut by half this pill right there. Did you see how it is violently moving? So thanks for this container. Now my two pieces, the two little pieces that it was the result of the cutting, now they are right here. So what I'm gonna do now is just to cut by half one of these pieces, just to obtain 1/4. That is exactly what we need just to do the treatment for 1 liter only. So right there, and I'm going just try to be as precise as I can, and that's it. So just take it like so, and you have to place it into the water right there. So be very careful, because we want to have everything dissolved into this container of water. There you go. But it is the rest left, so let's do that. So the powder that we mix with the water is just going down like so. We can see right here. So the only thing we gotta do now is just to agitate this water, this solution, to make sure that it is gonna be dissolved. So, but you can see right here all of that powder that we already did, that we obtained, and we just introduced into this container. Now we just gotta shake it very well. So now I just took 1 liter of the water from my reef system, and I'm gonna place that right here. Actually, I can do it in this container, but for the sake of this exercise, I will use the container that at the beginning we were talking about. So you just pour the water from your system into this container, making sure that it is the volume desired. In this case, 1 liter. There you go. Just where I place this mark, to make sure that this is the line that indicates 1 liter of volume, right? So unfortunately, this is the ingredient, this is the medication. So it is not that easy to dissolve. So you will have remainings, dust, you will have the powder in this solution. But anyways, we're gonna use it, and I'm gonna take just 10 milliliters. We want to get 40 milliliters, and there you go. Those are the 10 milliliters required to prepare the solution. And finally, this is the coral that it is infested with the red box, this acropora, blue stack acropora. So the only rest thing to do is just to introduce this coral into the solution that we already prepared. So it's just like so, and we're gonna maintain this coral right here, doing just a little bit of agitation, remember, because the solution is not completely dissolved, just to make sure that the principle, the ingredient, the medication will act over the red box, that they are living in the skin, over the surface of all of these acropora. So just like 30 minutes, I will use 30 minutes in this solution, and then I will just return it to the reef. But in order to make sure, and by the way, I will just use a toothbrush, to try to remove as much as I can all of those red bugs to avoid any of them that may survive the treatment and to get again into my reef. So I will just brush a little bit and to maintain this coral in this solution at least for 30 minutes. What I'm doing right here is just to agitate the solution containing the milbemycin oxime, which is the medication that we want to use against the red bugs. So a little bit of agitation every 15 minutes is gonna help to do and to obtain better results. In consequence, we should see this crazy behavior from the Tegastes acroporanus. They are swimming in a crazy way and behaving like this because it's an indication that the medication, the milbemycin oxime, is working properly, because they don't feel that good, and we can see it just like this, these movements, erratic swimming that they are having. And then, just to finish the treatment, we are going to brush a little bit, not that strong, just softly, the surface of the coral. This is in order to avoid any survivors of the Tegastes acroporanus that may attach into the surface of this coral, because they have structures like claws that they can remain attached into the coral surface. So in order to avoid any of them returning to the reef, we are going to brush all of the surface very gently, like so. And finally, the last step, just to return the frag, the coral that we just did all of the treatment with the milbemycin oxime, into the reef. Now, it is very important to maintain this frag into observation for the coming days in order to make sure that there are no more Tegastes acroporanus left. If it is the case, then the treatment, it was a complete success.